Yo, hey everyone, it's Alex from Radd, and we are here today to look at the Superman Birth of Hope. This is by Superkraft Labs. This piece actually just sold out, and we're going to go through the piece, let you know what we think, and give you the pros and cons. I just want to point out that I'm doing this part of the video after I've actually filmed the unboxing and filmed the assembly, and I just want to let you know that during the video, he was on his peg slightly leaning. So I just want to say that I've corrected that now, and this is how he should be. As far back as I can go on this. Let me just zoom in, zoom back. So this is kind of how he should be in his kind of positioning. So yeah, let's get straight on to the video. Take care. All right, so what we're going to do then is let's look at the piece. Let's go up, let's look close, and let's see what the pros are for the piece and, potentially the cons. So we'll go straight into the piece here. So I'm actually looking up at this. I know some of the people were asking about the neutral cape and about how it would look with the parents. So what I'm going to do is this then is pretty level. So you will see the parents' faces if you are displaying it with the neutral cape. All right, so just going to do a quick look at the parents, because obviously you don't really get to see them as often because a lot of the promotional shots, a lot of the stuff at the convention, they're obstructed by the S-shaped cape. So we're going to get in there, do a close-up, and yeah, we'll cut into that. So again, this bit's missing on here. This is a prototype, so it is likely to appear differently when you get it in hand. The keying hasn't been done by the factory, and still a work in progress as that goes. So here we go. So yep, here's the parents, and the I think there's Krypton there, I'm assuming, and they look great. They're like ice. As Fortress of Solitude, and I could probably put that ball in a bit better, but I'm not going to be pushing it too hard. I don't want to break anything again. I'm known for that, but it's going to give it a up and down. And this is the highest part of the statue. So this is the point where it's the highest part. I think if they wanted to do the real kind of customization side of things, they could have made it so that there was an option to take the parents out and, not display them at the back to save your space. But again, that's losing a lot of the art by doing that. So I wouldn't recommend it. But again, it's just about if you want to add customization elements. And also, sorry, I broke the finger on that, trying to put it in. All right, that was requested by a few people, so we'll slot that in and let's get back to the review. I really like the neutral cape. I think that with the S cape, it goes along with the theme that they're trying to carry out, which is to have the letters of the characters on there. You can see this in the Batman with the bats, and also we do have a sneak peek for the Wonder Woman, so keep watching for that, and then also with him with the S. What we do then is let's go down low. So I'm just going to pan down if I can get my mount to work. So you've got Kandor, and I took off the bell jar just so that you can actually see the piece. I know that the bell jar is glass, really nice. It does fit in there. I'm not going to put it on. If you want to see that on there, you can just refer back to the other video, which I'll link after this video. The Kandor was an attachment which you got for Early Bird, and it's really nice. It's really well detailed, cool scale. I love the way on this piece that they do have that idea of adding additional base elements. So as you can see, you got Krypto, and you have the baby, and basically, so you can add them on and put them whichever one you want on there. But then at the same time, again, Krypto, the baby, they have their own bases, so you can display them independently. You can display them with another Superman statue if you want, and you can do that. So It's kind of getting, see if we can get a bit closer actually. Move down. So as you say, really detailed, lots of stuff going on with the roads. Again, this is a prototype. I'm going to keep repeating this because, you know, there were some issues with this piece. I think there were even a couple of pieces missing, some spires from some of the tops of the buildings. So yeah, one of the things they maybe could have done with Kandor is to add some light ups. But again, you know, that's just nitpicking and just adding things in there. What I might do later on in the video is actually add some spotlights at the back just so you can see, because this is clear resin painted over. So if you had a light pointing at the back of this, you would actually get a really, really nice effect. What we do is let's stay on the theme of add-ons, and what we do then is we'll move into the baby first of all. So there were some complaints about the baby face. I honestly don't think there is as much of an issue with the baby as people made out. I think it's a photograph thing, an angle thing. One of the things that I think might have had a better contrast to it is with the blanket. It's portrayed in so many different ways. I think the original, he doesn't actually have a blanket at all. But I think I like it when it's the cape and it's like a red cape with the logo on it, on the baby. And I think that red would pop better in this environment, in this base. This actually does have a light up, so take the fin off, switch it across, and it's a real fantastic green. I guess it makes the baby look even scarier. It makes it look a bit more horror. A bit like Damien from The Omen. If you don't like the baby at all and you want to display, you can actually get this cover here. And it's got these like fantastic scuffs and scratches where obviously it's come from space, come down to Earth, crashed, and whatever else. One of the nice things about that as well is you can see through, and there's a glow to it as well when you put the light on, which is really nice. Obviously, they're going to have to look into whether this is going to be like a USB-C or if it's going to be anything else, because I don't think you can do coin batteries anymore after the issue in Australia. And then that's all branched out worldwide. So I think I'll reach out to them about that. Then you got, which is probably my favourite part, I'm a dog lover. I absolutely love this Krypto. I think he's absolutely fantastic. I think the paint on this Krypto is amazing. And I just think that, yeah, this Krypto is actually, I think he steals the show a little bit. I think he's a wow. I would love this Krypto separately. Again, I'm going to repeat myself, prototype. So, you know, when this comes in, you are likely not to get these seams on there. And let's get in close because this is painted fantastically. If the factory can replicate this, this would be probably the best kind of animal, you know, that I've seen in, you know, comic statue form. I think it looks fantastic. I'm really impressed with that. But you know, I held the head in my hand. I did like a short for it, and yeah, it's really nice. The flow of the cape is great as well, and yeah, just make sure it's on there properly. Yeah, Krypto is my favorite part. I absolutely love it. I would order that separately. I would totally take that and you know, display that 100%. Amazing piece. All right, when we come back into the pièce de résistance. So here's the Superman, just give you a little pan up. In there. The face on this is done really, really well, painted really, really well. It looks great. It looks like it does have a little Christopher Reeve to it. You know, I guess with comic book pieces, you can always have that, well, there's nearly 100 years of Superman. So, you know, we're going to have somewhere along the line that it will reference to, and someone will pick a reference from somewhere that relates to them. But I do see a little bit of Reeve in there, and that's not a bad thing. That's a very, 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 very good thing. Suit's great, figure's great. musculature's great. Shading on the legs done really, really well. Let me try and get this up here a bit. And again, this is the neutral cape. And again, you do get the S-shaped cape with this. And I'm just going to repeat myself. Everyone who placed an order for this is going to get the neutral cape with it. If you paid for the neutral cape, you'll be refunded if you paid in full. If you did a payment plan, it just won't be included when you pay at the end. And yeah, so that's really, really good of them to do because the piece is already sold out. They didn't need to do that at all. And here's the S cape. I'm going to have to zoom out. So this might, hopefully this won't warp it at all because it's going to be a wide lens. But yeah, that's that there. And this does obstruct the parents a little bit. And then I think this actually, no, it's still not the highest point, but yeah, this, so that's that. Great shading on it, great, yeah. Personally, I think once you have them all set up in the Trinity, and you can see what they're trying to represent with the subtle letters that represent the characters, I think it'll be a nice kind of storytelling theme to have. I think if you're going to do it as an independent piece, I think the cape that's gone there now, the neutral cape, I think that's the way to go. I just think it's very iconic, very stoic, and it's kind of the way that you know Superman to be. Also with this piece, there are I'm going to say the premium add-on pieces. So this, you can get the switcher, which is the chest piece, which is the gold-plated S. And then that switches out there. You also get the switcher, which is the gold-plated belt. These aren't gold-plated. These are prototypes. These are plastic, painted to represent the gold-plated. But you will get that. And I believe you get this and that. So like one of the concerns I think Stuart Murray had was if you get the gold-plated, then you're stuck with it. The chest plate switches out. It comes off. You also then have an additional part, which is the gold-plated S, which is for the base of the spaceship. So the front part just here. And then finally, you have the key here, which is the key to the Fortress of Solitude. All right, so we're just going to get the part with the gold pieces in there. Apologies, I'm going to have to use like a really wide lens to get in there, so there may be hopefully not too much distortion. But what we'll do is we'll get in close and we'll adjust the zoom anyway. So yeah, this is if you're going to go kind of all in and you're going to add on the gold chest emblem, the gold belt, the gold key for the Fortress of Solitude, and then also the gold emblem on the bottom here. All right, so we start down low and let's get up to like 1.5 or so. That should be better. So we've got the gold emblem on the bottom of the spaceship. So that's your kind of first option there for the gold. I'd love to know how many people have added these add-ons and the region that they're in. I'd love to know that. Move into the spaceship. Obviously, there's more videos out there of this. Should see it better in there. The key for the Fortress of Solitude. And then you move across to the belt. Just to add and just to reiterate that these are not gold-plated. These are plastic to replicate gold-plated, to look the way they are for the prototype. When you get the actual piece, it will be gold-plated. So just so you know and think, oh my God, that looks cheap, that looks tacky, whatever, it won't look like this because this is plastic. And then you move into the chest plate. Apologies if there's dirty fingerprints on there. That's me, sorry. And this actually does come off. There will be magnets and it come off like that. And then you can switch out to the other piece if needed. I didn't show that on the video. And again, at the moment, it's just got blue tack on there. So that will be magnetized And the one thing that Stuart Murray, was he assumed if you got the gold pieces, you were kind of stuck with them. But no, it's looking like you can switch out to the gold and the regular emblem on there. And then obviously here we have now the, I'll just sit back a bit, the S-shaped cape. So the dramatic cape, which captures the kind of line and what they're trying to achieve, which is obviously the Batman has the logo behind him in bats. The Superman has the S. I'm just going to go and give you the exclusive, which is that we have the exclusive, which is how the Wonder Woman piece is going to be representing the W for Wonder Woman. And here's the image now. So you can refer to that. And that's exclusive for the channel. So huge thank you there to Superkraft Labs. Personally, I do think the Krypto is my favorite. And I think Krypto on the base looks absolutely insane. I just think that, you know, you just have so much variety and so many different options. And I think that's, you know, a good way to go. And also the option as well that you can display this with Kandor and then display Krypto somewhere else, display the spaceship somewhere else. You don't have to put them all together. You can put them as proximity pieces, but you can put them around your collection with other pieces if that's what you want to do. So we're going to finish off there. I rambled enough. Huge thank you to Superkraft Labs for sending the piece over. And, you know, let us know what you think about the piece. Let us know if you ordered the piece. I've got this piece probably for another week now. I'm probably going to leave it out of the box because it was a bit of a mission to get out of the box. I might enjoy it for 1 week and then send it back. So if there's anything that you want, anything you want a close-up of, anything you want to know about the piece, do send me a message. Let me know or comment below. And what I'll do is I'll try and get, you know, that image or that information out to you before the piece goes. So thanks everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.